Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm Captain Dave. We're glad you're here and hope you'll enjoy your visit to Enchanted Island. It's a place that's happy and cheerful, and it's inhabited by some of the friendliest creatures you'll ever meet. As a matter of fact, our Happy Island family includes members from the land, from the sea, and from the air. And that's a part of our family you're going to meet first. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's hear it for Valerie Johnson and her feathered friends.
Before I introduce you to the rest of the cast, there's one important thing I'd like you to keep in mind throughout the show. And that is, all of these birds are actors and actresses who were raised and trained in Hollywood. So if they do anything that you feel is worthwhile, please don't be afraid to applaud for them, because they are real hams, and believe me, they work a lot better for it. Well, my first little actor is a blue-eyed Triton cockatoo from New Guinea. His name is Herbie. Herbie, can you say something to the audience today in your little squeaky voice? Say hello. Hello. Good boy. Herbie, you're getting applause, so take a bow. Big bow. That a boy? Now, Herbie, I've always considered you to be my boyfriend, but I want to know if you love me. How about a kiss? One more? One more? Made my whole day right there. Who could that be? Herbie, will you answer that? Thank you. Good boy. But wait a minute, Herbie. That was awfully fast. Was that a girl? It was. You mean I'm not the only one? Well, Herbie, I don't know what to say. You better not keep your girlfriends waiting. Wave goodbye to everybody. Wave goodbye. How about a big hand for my little friend?
As Valerie said, the birds were trained in Hollywood, and we have another actor with us today. His name is Fernando, and he likes the action roles. Today we find him in a scene from The Bird of Alcatraz. Starting off in jail, however, he immediately decides it's time to escape. He's in such a rush, he stumbles along the way. A guard catches up, and it's curtains for Fernando. Well, how's he doing, Valerie?
I don't think he's gonna make it.
Looks like we got a dead bird on our hands. Well, we'll just have to rest in peace. But as in all the movies, it's only make-believe. How about a big hand for Fernando?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite you to Enchanted Island Summer Festival. This afternoon, we're having a racing contest with our previous champion, Fernando, defending his title. Now, the first challenger of the day will be Happy. And Happy has decided to try and beat the champ with this pair of roller skates. Now, I want you to pay particular attention to Happy's style when he gets going. Here's the finish line, Happy. Show us how fast you can go. Look at that speed, that style, that grace. Well, Happy, I don't know if you'll win with speed, but I think he deserves a big hand for his style. And now the defending champion has decided to choose this customized racing scooter to try and win again. Okay, Fernando, I know you're excited to try and retain your position, so let's hurry. He's off to a flying start. Now, Fernando, I want you to run down there with determination and show us how you're going to win. Notice his technique now. It's 1 foot on and 1 foot off, all the way to the finish line. Look at him go. Good boy. Well, it's time we gave everybody else a chance. Who wants to go next? One of you two girls. Oh, Fernando, what are you doing? You already had your chance. How about a big hand for my little show-off? That's enough funny stuff, Fernando. Stay right there. You've seen our male contestants, but now the girls are raring to go. And our first lady contestant will be Ruby. Now, Ruby really believes she's got this race in the bag because her specialty is this two-wheel bicycle. Okay, Ruby, now remember, this is a race. You must try and beat the champ, so let's hurry. Come on, Ruby, you can do it. Let's go. Oh, we have faith. There she comes. Come on, Ruby, you're gonna do it. Keep it up all the way. Come on, Ruby. I think we've got a new champion. Let's hear it for Ruby. That was fantastic. Good job. I don't think anybody can top that. That's what I call winning the hard way, Fernando. Well, now I'd like to introduce you to a very good friend of mine. She's a blue and gold macaw, and her name is Jeannie. Now, Jeannie's always got something in surprise for us to try and win this event with. What have you come up with, Jeannie? There's some tough competition now. This better be good. Let's see it, Jeannie. What is it? What is it? A solo headstand. That's very good, Jeannie. Very good. Is that a girl? But there's only one problem, Jeannie. I said that this was a race, and you can't win a race standing on your head. Would you like to try some teamwork? You would? Okay, I've got just what you need, Jeannie, and it's right here. How's this push cart? Now, Jeannie, if you wait right here, I'll get you a partner. Happy, you're going to be working with Jeannie. Why don't you say hello?
Hello.
Good boy. Okay, you two are ready to go. So let's push. Let's hear it for teamwork. That was excellent. Good girl, Jeannie. Well, now for our final event, I'd like to introduce you to another blue and gold macaw, and her name is Harvest. Now, what we're going to be asking of Harvest is something that's very difficult to train a bird to do, and that is to try and make one complete loop on this swing up above. Now, this takes a tremendous amount of coordination on the part of the bird, so she needs a lot of encouragement from you out there. So when I put Harvest up here, I'd like everybody to clap their hands as loudly as they can and get our little girl going. Gotta be loud or she'll never do it. Let's hear it for her. Come on, Harvest. She says it's not loud enough yet. She wants to hear more. Come on, Harvest. Show us how. Come on, you can do it, Harvest. Let's see her do it. Come on, Harvest. Grab on. There she goes. Keep it up now. She'll give up. Come on, Harvest. Let's see you do it. That'll go. Come on. There she goes. Come on, Harvest. What's the matter, please? Come on. There she goes. Keep it up. She'll give up. Come on, Harvest. Keep it up. There she goes. Come on. That's it. A little bit more. Come on, Harvest. You can do it. Almost. Keep it up out there. She'll do it. There she goes. 1, 2 times, and she's going 4, 3. What a good girl.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Valerie Johnson and her trained macaws. Well, now, in case you're wondering how Valerie got to be such good friends with Herbie, Fernando, and all the others, well, I guess I'd have to tell you that it's all part of living here on Enchanted Island. You see, we were all brought together here to become a family. Now, it's hard to say exactly how we got here, but you might find the answer to that question in the wreckage that's lying around the island, or possibly in the flags that are flying above it. At any rate, the true magic around here is that all of our different animal friends were trained in the same way that you parents teach your children. Basically, it's a combination between the proper encouragement and lots of love. Now, let's see, you've already met our friends from the sky, so let's get back down to earth for a minute. You're about ready to meet one of the sweetest, most talented little boys I've ever had the pleasure of knowing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Dave and Holly Kratzky and their adopted son, Zippy. I don't think I have to tell you why he's called Zippy. He's a highly intelligent 4-year-old African chimpanzee, and believe it or not, he was actually raised at home by David and Holly. Now, you can tell he had good training. He's not only controlling the steering on his battery-powered chopper, but the speed as well with an accelerator pedal under his right foot. He can control that speed anywhere from 1 mile an hour all the way to a blazing 15 miles an hour. However, right now, he's probably doing about 2.5. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a nice hand for Zippy? Well, Zippy, that really was a nice little demonstration, and I know everyone enjoyed it. So, Zippy, that's the way. Why don't you say hi to everyone? Isn't he cute? Zippy, what do you think of this nice audience? Zippy, I'd be ashamed. Well, like I said, he is only 4 years old, but that means his school days are right around the corner, and Zippy needs to learn to play with the other kids. Skipping rope's one of the lessons. We'll get it started right away. No, Zippy, that's not the way we do it. We're not swinging through the trees, so stop acting like a monkey. I know, let's try another approach. Let's count out loud each time he skips the rope. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 jumps for Zippy. Among his other lessons, Zippy's well-versed in conservation. Now, even though he loves his motorcycle, he does know those batteries will burn down, so he found a more economic means of transportation with his scat scooter. Now, it may not be as fast as a motorcycle, but it stops right on a dime and gets amazing mileage, not to mention the fact that it runs in reverse. All right, Zippy, why don't you be a good little boy? Take your scooter back to Mama. Good boy. Not long ago, while Zippy was visiting one of our neighboring islands, he really made a hit with the hula girls. As a matter of fact, he even learned to wear a skirt himself, keep the beat, and shake it with the best of them. He really loves this, so we're just going to give him a little island music and let him do his thing. And that's our lovely hula boy. Well, Zippy really gets around, and we're going to have to give most of that credit to David and Holly. They really do spoil him, like with this bike they got him for his last birthday. Bad for a 4-year-old. How about a big hand for Zippy? Oh, David, I gotta hand it to you. That Zippy is one cute little fella, but now you gotta be honest with us. Did you really raise him in your own home?
We sure did, Captain. He's a son to us in every way. He sits right at the table and eats dinner with us, watches TV, and occasionally even has to be scolded and sent off to his room.
Well, now, I can't ever imagine that happening, but he sure does play just like a little boy. I mean, he skips rope, he dances, he rides a bicycle. What else can that kid do?
As a matter of fact, Captain, we're just about ready to show the folks one of the things he does best.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the Roller Rocket! He's not shy. And now Zippy will complicate the behavior. When he reaches the front of the stage, he'll do a solo spin. Here he goes, round and round. Oh, now come on, Zippy, you're making me jealous. I can't even skate backwards. For his most complicated trick. In professional roller skating, they call it the Eagles and the Edges. But Zippy does it with a style all his own. And of course, being the good little boy that he is, when he's finished playing with his toys, he picks them all up, puts them in a nice, neat little stack, and then takes them back to Mama. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Zippy will dare a feat that I'm sure most of you have never tried. While on roller skates, he'll totally leave the ground and jump through the center of the ship's wheel Holly is holding in front of her. Zippy, are you ready? All right, then, let's take off. And right through. Well, Zippy, you made that look so easy, we're going to have to try it again. But this time, as you can see, it's over 2 feet off the ground. Now, that's pretty high for little Zippy. He needs some extra encouragement. So when he gets right there, I want everyone to yell as loud as you can, "Jump, Zippy." Have you got that? Okay, Zippy, one more time. Are you ready? Then let's go. Jump, Zippy! Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Zippy and his trainers, David and Holly Kratzky. Well, as you can see, Enchanted Island really is a happy and cheerful place to be. And that's probably because it's so full of surprises. For example, you might be surprised to learn that Enchanted Island is actually the pool you see before you. That's right, Enchanted Island is this body of water which is surrounded by an ocean of land. And to make things even more fun, it's inhabited by two more carefree creatures. Now, unfortunately, Nemo is feeling a little bit under the weather today, so we've given him the day off. He's resting comfortably back in the holding area. However, you're not going to be disappointed because Neptune is one of the best. Before you meet her, though, let's hear it for her trainer, our gal Friday, Miss Donna Prince.
You. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you a very close and dear friend of mine. It's Neptune. Neptune is a bottlenose dolphin, more commonly referred to as porpoise. She's a warm-blooded, air-breathing mammal that loves performing for you even more than you enjoy watching her perform. Now, all of you know that dolphins are very friendly and playful animals. And right now, I'd like to show you just how friendly Neptune is by shaking hands with her. All right, Neptune, how about a nice friendly handshake from my favorite little girl dolphin? Come on over here. Don't be shy. All these people want to meet you. That a girl. Hurry up. Come right up here. I want a handshake. Hi there. How you doing? That's a good girl.
Well, now, Donna wasn't actually shaking hands with Neptune because she doesn't have any hands. Those flippers on her sides are called pectoral fins, and they give her her ability to maneuver through the water. Now, that large fin on her back is properly called the dorsal fin.
And that great big tail of Neptune's is called her fluke. This gives her all of her tremendous jumping power, and we're going to show you right now by having Neptune jump up and over the hurdle. All right, big girl, it's a high one. Here she comes, up and over.
One more time, so you don't forget that smiling face. It's Neptune. Now, the dolphin's mouth, or snout as it's properly called, is used primarily as their weapon. But they're nimble with these mouths and very fast in the water.
I'd like to show you right now with this small ball. Okay, big girl, go get it. She'll retrieve the ball in her mouth, run it under the water, and right up to me, releasing the ball the instant I touch it with my hand. All right, Neptune, right up here. And here's the ball.
Go along with that, the pool. Okay, now we'd like to do something a little different, but before we can continue, we need to know how many people are celebrating birthdays today. Don't be shy now. Let's see some hands out there.
Come on, hold them up high. We've got a surprise for everyone that is celebrating today. Neptune has been practicing a song just for you. Now, Neptune sings in soprano, and I'm going to be your conductor. All right, big girl, nice and loud so everybody can hear. Sing happy birthday. Oh, I don't believe anybody can hear that. Let me step back just a minute. Neptune, come on, clear your throat. A little bit louder. You're faking laryngitis. Nice and loud. That's a little better. Second verse. And that's happy birthday to all of you from Neptune.
A dolphin has a built-in sonar system which enables them to track, navigate, and locate food in the water by the use of sound waves. Might say it's their amazing way of seeing with their ears.
That's right, Captain, but this sonar also warns them never to enter any object that entirely encircles their body. But I've taught Neptune to ignore her fear and jump right through the hoops.
One more time, but she really has to run fast for the high one. Wow, let's hear it for Neptune.
You know, when the captain's not around and there's no one to peek, Neptune likes to practice her hula dancing. Now, I've got Neptune's grass skirt right here. I'm going to toss it out into the island, and if everyone will imagine a little music, Neptune's going to show you the fine art of island dancing. All right, big girl, put your skirt on. Come on, don't be shy. Nobody's going to laugh. Right there, put it on. What do you mean, no? Please? Go put your skirt on.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I would like to admit that ordinarily this is one of Nemo's behaviors. The only reason we're having Neptune do it is because she has done it several years ago, and hopefully we can get that back again right now for you during the show.
Come on, sweetie, don't be shy. It's such a pretty grass skirt, and you'd look lovely in it. Put it on for us, big girl. That's it. She's thinking about it. Will she do it? Yes, she did. All right, Neptune, let's get it up and shake it. Look at her go. Good girl. Let's have a big hand for Neptune. When I first met Nemo and Neptune, I found out right away they're both very creative and inventive animals. And right now, Neptune's going to show you a behavior she made up all on her own. We can't take credit for this one. It belongs to Neptune. We call it her twister, and you'll soon find out why. Just so pretty we had to put it in the show and show it off to you. Neptune, show everyone your twister. How about that? Once more, let's give Neptune a hand.
At this point, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take the opportunity to tell you just a little bit about Enchanted Island. That is, the pool you see before you. Well, it's 68 feet across, plus a holding pool in the back, 35 feet wide, and 11 feet deep. Now, it contains over 150,000 gallons of seawater. We make our own seawater here at the park by adding over 10 tons of salt and a few other chemicals, which gives us approximately 99% fresh ocean water. And believe me, this keeps Neptune and Nemo very happy while we stay here at the park.
Now, all of you know that a dolphin's natural habitat is, of course, in the ocean. Now, if they're to come out of the water and up onto dry land, the dolphin is endangering his life. Dolphins are completely helpless out of water and would soon die. But I've taught Neptune, on command, to jump clear of this pool and up onto my stage. All right, Neptune, come on up here. Everybody wants to see you. Out of the water. And here she is. Isn't she beautiful? This lovely lady is 10 years old now, and she weighs a whopping 420 pounds. Now, that's a lot of weight for her to pull up onto dry land. Neptune is 10 feet long, and she'll live to be about 30 to 35 years old. She's still very young yet. All right, big girl, I've got one more piece of fish here. Would you like one more? Huh? Would you? You would? Are you sure? You want one more? Okay, back in the pool.
How about a nice hand for Neptune? Now, all animals, whether from the land or the sea, have a natural fear of fire. And believe me, ladies and gentlemen, Neptune is no exception.
That's right, but I've taught Neptune to ignore her fear and jump right through the center of this flaming hot hoop. She has to be very careful on this one. The slightest mistake and she could be burned. Here she comes, right through.
One more time, she really has to be careful on the high one. Easy, does it? Wow, let's hear it for Neptune. In the open oceans, dolphins have been clocked at speeds pretty close to 50 miles an hour. Now, here in this pool, they can reach speeds of almost 30 miles an hour.
And right now, Neptune's going to show you some of her speed in a solo high jump all the way to the top of this tower, as high as I can reach. This is a distance of well over 17 feet. She needs all the encouragement she can get. And I've got it. Right there. Great big piece of fish. Now, ladies and gentlemen, notice how very gently Neptune will take this fish from my hand with her 96 razor-sharp teeth. I hope. You ready, big girl? All right, let's go.
And she is starting that run around the pool, gradually building up that tremendous speed. Here she comes now. Let's hear it for Neptune. Free shower, a rarity nowadays. At any rate, that was very fast indeed. And if you like that kind of speed on the dolphin's behalf, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to love Neptune's next behavior. Now, it's by far and away one of the most difficult tricks to teach a dolphin to perform. We know because we spent most of our winter here at the island teaching it to Neptune. Well, it's ready for you now. It's our amazing 1.5 somersault in the air. It makes a beautiful picture. If you have a camera, you might want to focus it on the center of the pool and about 10 to 12 feet high.
All right, Neptune, I see them pulling out their cameras. Come on over here, big girl. You can say hi to Nemo later. That's it. Come on back. Gonna have to get a... Neptune! This way. That a girl. She has to get a full run for this one. She needs all the speed she can get. All right, let's go.
And she is starting that run, building up that speed. She'll really turn it on if she reaches a bridge at the far right end of the pool. Here she comes now. It's 1.5. Almost. Now, several of you probably noticed that Neptune's tail did sweep the water right before she entered head first. Now, in our opinion, that is not a total 1.5, so we will have Neptune repeat the behavior for 2 reasons. Number 1, so that you can see it when it's done right, especially you camera buffs. And number 2, so that Neptune can get a nice big piece of fish.
All right, Neptune, did you hear that? You got to do it again, big girl. Now, come on, I promised him a pretty picture, and I wanted you to show it to him. Right over here. You can show your tail later. Neptune, it's beautiful. Come on. Right here. Now, do it. Do it right. You can. Run.
One more time. Hopefully this time she'll be jumping a little bit higher and tucking a little bit faster. Once again, making the run. Here she comes one more time.
Beautiful.
Let's hear it for Neptune.
Very good.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, before the conclusion of our show, on behalf of Donna, myself, and all of us here at the island, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for being such a great audience.
But before you leave, Neptune would like to thank you, too, and tell everyone bye-bye.
We hope you enjoyed the show. So long, everyone, and have a good day at Great America.
Life is great on the Enchanted Island, the wondrous water paradise. Come back and see the Enchanted Island. The Enchanted Island is waiting for